What's going on? It's the kid, Lou IOH, man. I just jumped off the porch with Dirty Glove Bastards.
They call me Bigfoot. All my shoes come in Euro sizes. Hit the bank, I need 2 deposits.
All right, so we got Lou IOH off the porch with us today, man.
Yo, what's going on with you, brother?
I'm feeling great, man. How you feeling today, bro?
I'm good. It's a little early, but you know what's going on.
Yeah, man. Early bird gets the worm, man. That's what they
Facts,
say, right?
facts.
All right, so you were down in Miami recently too, man. What were you doing out there?
Just working a little bit. I had a little work trip. I made it like a vacation trip too. Just down there doing a couple of features. Shot a couple of videos and networking, basically, you know, just trying to exposure, really. That's what I'm focused on right now.
Okay.
Trying to get my name out there a lot more.
Yeah, I feel that, man. All right, so born in Chicago, but moved to Atlanta when you were a baby still?
For sure. I can't even really claim Chicago like that because like I've been in Atlanta since I was like 7 months old.
Okay.
But all of my family, like my dad, my uncles, my aunties, like my whole family is from Chicago. So like I was going up there for the summers type shit and just, you know, back and forth type shit. But as far as like what I know on a day-to-day basis, like just being outside when I hopped off the porch, it was like Atlanta. So like when people ask me, I still tell them like I was born in Chicago, raised in Atlanta, but Atlanta is really all I know type
Okay.
shit. East side.
Yeah. All right, so what was it like growing up on the east side, man?
To be honest, man, I ain't gonna try to cap and make it seem like it was all hard. You know how that shit be like when you middle class, you know what I'm saying? Sometimes it was hard, sometimes it was, you know, good type shit. So I came up on like the east side, like as far as like Calendar Road, you know what I'm saying, Flash Shows, Parkway, East Hampton, Spanish Trace, that area type shit. So it was like, it was cool, you know what I'm saying? I had just as much as about everybody else in the neighborhood. So as far as like coming up, it was just on some shit like the options was a little limited. So you just had to kind of like figure out what your lane was and what you wanted to fuck with and just try to figure out how to monetize that shit, if that make any sense.
Yeah.
Try to get some money out that shit from like, since I was like a young nigga, the only real motivation was like, what I'm gonna do to go get some money type shit, you see what I'm saying? So that's really about it.
Okay. At what age would you say you jumped off the porch?
12, 13, when I really started like getting outside, getting into shit, you know what I'm saying? Like really getting out there, running into like my first little bit of trouble with the law, running into my first little trouble with like neighborhood folks and shit like that. When I really started getting outside, probably like 12 or 13.
Okay.
Yep.
Did you go to college?
Hell nah.
Did you finish school?
Hell nah. I tried to finish that shit, bro. Just like, I think what it was with me, I found from a early age that school wasn't for me. Like, I analyzed that shit and I was like, bro, really, only reason I should be going to school if I plan on being in the corporate world, if I plan on, you know what I'm saying, doing anything like a doctor, a lawyer, you know what I'm saying, some shit where you need a real career. If I plan on doing any of that shit, I need to go to school. And I knew from an early age that like none of that shit was what I wanted to do. So it's like, I knew I didn't want to finish school by like the 9th grade, but like a nigga, you know what I'm saying, you stay in that motherfucker because it's the fashion show, you know what I'm saying, some bitches in that motherfucker, you know what I'm saying, there's something to do. So and I got to about the 11th grade and I fucking, I can't remember, I think I got kicked out for, I can't remember what it was, but I got kicked out and caught myself trying to go to Job Corps to kind of like, you know what I'm saying, just to make my mama happy, get a GED at least type shit. And I went to Job Corps for about 6 months to a year. Got kicked out of that motherfucker for, I think I was in that motherfucker tattooing and they caught me tatting in that motherfucker.
Oh yeah.
And kicked me out of that bitch. And after that, by that point I was 18, so it was just like, it was up from there.
Okay.
So.
Yeah, so how'd you get into tattooing at first? Were you just drawing at first or?
Nah, I wasn't even drawing. like I'm a artsy motherfucker when it comes to like, I guess I'm just an artsy motherfucker, right? But I was never drawn and none of that shit like that. I just knew that I wanted to get a lot of tattoos when I was like 16 and 17. I knew I wanted to get a lot of tattoos, and I'm a real like do-it-yourself type of motherfucker. Before I outsource some shit, I'm gonna look it up and see like, can I do this?
Oh yeah.
Type shit. So I was just kind of looking at it, did my little research, and I was like, I mean, I could damn near do this shit type shit. And I really just started doing it to tap myself, and that kind of unraveled into a whole bunch of other shit. 10 years later, I got X, Y, and Z going on. So that's been pretty much how that came to be about.
Okay, I got you. So when did you start making music? How old were you then?
Music has always been like my first thing, my first love type shit. As far as the tattooing, I always consider like the tattooing to be my side girlfriend, the music to be my main.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? But at this point, it's like my tattooing got to a certain point where that's what's taking care of me. Like that pays the bills, that, you know what I'm saying, take care of everything. So, and the music is the dream, you know what I'm saying? I always came up to believe you need to have it was a dream, a job, and a hustle, you know what I'm saying? So, my dream is the music, my job and the hustle, fortunately for me, get to be the same thing, which is tattooing, something I kind of like doing. I do like doing it, but you know, my music is what's fun. Like my tattooing is what's fun and all that shit. So,
yeah.
So the music is like my main shit. I've been doing the music since I was like, it's damn near as far as I can remember, like 12, 13 type shit.
Yeah.
But at a point, it was like, I felt like I was serious with it because like I was like seriously trying to rap type shit. But it took for me to like, when I was about like 4 years ago, to me to realize that taking this serious means like you investing your bread into that shit. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? So I only really been seriously investing paper into it, really trying to put together a plan for like the last 3 to 4 years. So I've been doing it since I was about like 12, just rapping, perfecting my craft. But I really started like putting some bread behind it, really trying to bust some moves and really trying to make some shit happen like the last 3 or 4 years.
Okay, I got you. So is there a meaning behind the name Lou IO?
Lou is short for Louis, which is like kind of just like my name, my nickname, whatever everybody call me. IO is an abbreviation for Ink Over Hose, which is my tattoo brand. Okay. So I just kind of like merged them together, like Lou IO, Lou IOH, Ink Over Hose type shit.
Okay.
So,
who were some of your favorite rappers you grew up listening to that kind of inspired you to want to start at it as well?
Is my first favorite rapper that I can remember from like my youngest age, I would probably have to say was Eminem. Just, you know, off the wordplay, you know what I'm saying, the bars and shit. And then, you know what I'm saying, as I got into music more, it kind of, I liked it Biggie, you know, again for the wordplay, but he had a lot more style with his shit.
Yeah.
So, as far as what I grew up on, like listen to, you know, of course, Lil Wayne, motherfucking like T.I.'s and shit like that, Ludacris. I like fucking Jewel's hard as hell. Cameron, you know, the basic motherfuckers, you know what I'm saying? I listen to Andre 3000, like I keep going on for days with this shit, but like, them type of motherfuckers.
Yeah. So what style of rap would you say that you make, man?
My style of rap be based on like my mood at the time. So it's like I be so like, my range be so different. I fuck around and be on some like some flashy, flamboyant type shit one time, and then the next song I'm gonna give you some deep, like some struggle shit, some shit you can relate to. Cause that'd be the shit like when I go in the studio, when I'm making that like that struggle rap, like the shit, when I'm talking about the shit I actually went through, like that shit flows out. Like I make songs in like 10, 15 minutes cause that shit flows out naturally, you see what I'm saying? And not to say the flamboyant shit don't, it just be more like, you gotta start thinking about like, okay, a lot of people doing this shit. A lot of people didn't fucking say it, what you're saying, the way you didn't say it. You know what I'm saying? As far as when you're talking about your chains, your cars, your clothes, your bitches and all that shit. But that shit, They be mood shits. Like sometimes you want to hear that type of shit, and sometimes you want to hear some deeper shit where you can kind of like relate to it more. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But so I'm kind of like in that mixed bag.
I got you. Do you write or do you just freestyle and punch in then?
I just freestyle and punch in. Like I don't think last time I wrote songs maybe 2 to 3 years ago. And like it's freestyle punch in, but it's the same. I feel like it's the same process as writing instead of like writing and fucking writing it down. Like because before you write it down, you think about it in your head. Like you're gonna get you about 2 bars in your head that you like, but then you're gonna write it down. When you punching in, it's just like you thinking about them same 2 bars, but instead of writing it down, you just going straight to the mic.
Yeah.
So it's that type of process.
Yeah.
So.
You know, when people think of the Atlanta music scene, they think of like the Thugs, the Futures, the Little Babies, but the underground music scene here, it's got a nice little buzz too, man. What's your thoughts on the underground scene here in Atlanta?
I feel like it's hard, but I don't want to come off like I'm complaining. It's hard in the sense of like, I remember, it's like I'm at that age where I remember where it used to be a point in time where all you had to have was talent. You know what I'm saying? And like that, it's like the opposite now. Like they don't really give a fuck about your talent. You can be as talented as possible, but it's about who you know, what you look like, what you got on. You know what I'm saying? Who you fucking with. All the extra shit that I ain't gonna say it don't mean nothing, but it's like, at the end of the day, it boils down to, is the music good? So I'm like, you know, I feel like underground is like, if your music is good, now it's like, okay, that's checked off. Now I gotta fucking start checking off all this extra shit that I know don't mean nothing, but I gotta start doing this shit because this is what the necessary steps I need to take to fucking get to where I'm trying to go. So it's just a lot of politicking. It's not to sound like disgruntled or nothing like that, but it's just a lot of fake shit, bro. It's a lot of people saying and making it seem like they got what X, Y, and Z going on, making it seem like they bigger than they are, and you think they bigger than what they are, so you try to deal with them, and then you find out on the back end that like, this nigga's cap. Like, I could have took this bread and did some other shit with it. So, but I guess this is all the necessary steps you need to take to fucking make this shit happen, though.
Yeah.
So.
How do you balance being a tattoo artist, which, like you said, is kind of like your main hustle, as well as doing music, which is like your passion?
I really just like with the tattooing shit, like that's my day-to-day shit. Like I said, that's what funds like all my shit I got going on or whatever. I balance it as far as like I just take all the bread I get from there, you know what I'm saying? Besides the home shit, taking care of home, like I just dump all my bread into shit I got going on with the music shit, rather it be studio time, videos, you know what I'm saying? Cause all that shit I do, everything you see I got going on is out of my, like, me. You know what I'm saying? I ain't got no label situations, no fucking back end, like no big homie and none of that shit funding me. It's like all this shit straight out of pocket. So, and I got some little motion going on. So at this point, I just feel like this is how far I've gotten on my own with just what I know, with my knowledge base and the budget I'm working with or what I'm bringing in. So I just feel like if I can get to a bigger situation, they can walk into this shit and be like, okay, this is what he got going on already. Shit, imagine what he'd have going on if we do this for him or put X, Y, and Z into him type shit. You know what I'm saying? So as far as balancing them shit, I just, you know, I know the clear lines. Like I know I'm fucking with the tattoo shit because I like it, first of all, but that's what's funding all this other shit. So I need to have that shit straightened out, and I need to make sure that shit is all right so I can fund all the extra shit I got going on with my music shit.
Yeah, I feel that. Yeah, and talk to us about some of the biggest challenges that come with being an independent artist, man. Like you said, you ain't got no one backing you financially. I don't even know if you have anyone like kind of guiding you can turn to for guidance or anything like that too.
That'd be the thing. As far as guidance, man, it's just be like, as far as my immediate circle, I feel like I know more about the industry that I'm trying to get into than the people that's in my circle. and that might sound like a good thing to other people, but that's not a good thing. The wisest shit I ever heard from somebody was, whatever circle you in, you don't want to be the most knowledgeable person about that subject in that circle, because you're in the wrong circle. You can't learn shit if you know the most about what you're trying to get into if you in that circle of people. So at this point, I'm trying to surround myself with people that know more about this shit that I'm trying to get into around me. You know what I'm saying? So I can kind of gain some knowledge and shit. I think that's pretty much it as far as like the struggles of being an independent artist. You know, there's freedoms to it. You know what I'm saying? Because you ain't got to worry about none of that extra shit labels be trying to put on top of you and shit. And it's just it's really whatever you want to fucking do whenever you want to do it. It's freedom. That's not like no small thing. Your freedom is a major part of it. And obviously the further you get, the less freedom you got to give up some of that freedom as far as to make it to where you want to get to. Yeah. But that's just politicking though. So it makes sense. So I get it. So.
Yeah. Well, those were some wise words. I don't know who told you that, but that's some real shit.
Just appreciate it.
Yeah, all right. So what's the single that you're pushing right now?
My single that I'm pushing right now is Bigfoot.
Okay.
My Bigfoot, that's my main focus right there. My secondary single is this song I got called SBA. It's doing some numbers and shit right now. The Bigfoot video, about to shoot it and get that shit in motion and shit like that. So, but Bigfoot, that's my main song I'm pushing right now.
Okay. What's that song about and what type of vibe is it on?
That's on some motherfucking, it's like on some real like player shit. Like on some get money shit, some big stepper. It's really, it's like the saying, like, you know how people be saying big stepper, I'm big stepping. It's just a play on words. I'm Bigfoot.
Okay.
Big stepper type shit. And that just kind of, you know, when you out here stepping for real, whether it be getting money or you actually out here putting in some work, just big stepping. You know, that phrase it be used a lot of different ways. Even people be using it on like some designer shit. When you got some designer shoes on, you big stepping type shit. I done heard it used in many ways, so it's just, that's what it means, big stepping.
I got you. And what about SBA? What's that song about and what type of vibe is that one going?
That's another one just on some real, I think some motivation, get money, better go get you some money type shit. Like what you sitting on your ass for, go out there and get some paper. Like that type of vibe, like, better go get you some money. Yeah. My diamonds look like SBA. That type shit.
So you working on a new project right now?
I just dropped a project not too long ago, a couple months ago. Time Waits for No Man.
Okay.
And that's got the single Bigfoot on it, and I'm still pushing. I'm putting together some little shit now. I ain't really got no name for it and all that. I got the song list and all that. I got a bunch of songs put up that I'm thinking about putting on the project, but I ain't got nothing like in stone that I'm pushing now. I'm still pushing the song I'm trying to push, like my single right now.
Okay.
So.
Is there a meaning behind that title, Time Waits for No Man?
Yeah. It's a meaning behind it. I feel like, I mean, it's self-explanatory, time waits for no man, but I feel like a lot of the shit that I know now, I wish I'd have knew 5 years ago. You know what I'm saying? I think I ain't old enough, I'm 27 or whatever, but if I had the same knowledge base that I know now about 5 years ago when I was like 22, like, I have a lot more time to like put this shit in action, you see what I'm saying? So it's just kind of, when I was working on that project, it was just more so like I'm 27, you know what I'm saying? Nigga got like 3 years before he like 30, so it's like, if you gonna make it happen, nigga. Like, you got a little time, but you make this shit happen now type shit.
Yeah.
So.
How's the feedback been since you dropped that project?
Good. The best feedback I've gotten off of it was Bigfoot.
Oh yeah?
I mean, a couple other songs, but people really like that Bigfoot for some reason. And what be crazy about it, bro, is like the songs I go into the studio and I be like, damn, I feel this shit. Like I'm feeling this shit in all my bones. Like I feel this shit. I know that they gonna feel this shit the way I feel it. it'd be like, they'd be like, that shit cool. But this other shit where you was talking that shit on, where you was talking about big stepping in these diamonds and all these bitches, like, I fuck with that shit. Like, where that one at? Let me hear that. You know what I'm saying? So that's that Bigfoot. So they fuck with that Bigfoot. And I know that's the way it works. You know, they always gonna gravitate towards the shit that you might not necessarily have gravitated towards yourself. Like Bigfoot took me like, I was just in there really just on some popping my shit type shit. Mm-hmm. And you know, so I guess that's what they like. So I'm just trying to cater to what the people like. As far as when they come to my lane, I don't want to step outside of my comfortability or what I do. You know, so I'm staying in my lane. But when I get a sense of what part of my lane that they fucking with, I focus more on that part.
Yeah.
So.
What's your vision for the music video for Bigfoot?
I don't know, man. At this point, I done shot so many fucking videos, bro. I'm gonna be honest with you, I done ran out of ideas for them. Yeah. I really to the point where I be wanting to just like throw my clothes on and pull up and have somebody tell me where I need to stand, what I need to do. Like, I'm out of ideas. I'm ready to just throw it to the videographer or the director, whoever gonna be directing the shit. Just tell me what I need to do, cause like I think I done shot every type of fucking video idea that I got in my head. So I don't got, I'm empty. I'm out.
I got you.
So.
What else you working on? What else is coming up for you, Lou?
Like I said, I just went to Miami. I linked up with a couple artists out there, some people that you may or may not have heard of. I got some went out there, did some features, did some videos. So I got some shit in the works. It's supposed to be dropping soon. I got a couple of it's some shit I got in emotions that I don't want to speak about too early and sound stupid when the shit, you know what I'm saying, might not play out the way I think it's gonna play out. Yeah. So I don't really want to speak about it, but you know what I'm saying, a nigga working, I'm moving, I got some motion going on. I'm definitely just as much time as I'm putting into my day-to-day shit, I'm putting into this shit right here, cause I gotta make this shit happen too. So
yeah, I feel that. All right, so any last words, any shout outs before we wrap it up?
I want to give a shout out to all the independent artists, the ones that don't got no backing behind them, and you doing all this shit out of your pocket, and you might not be at a level to where you want to be yet. Just keep grinding, bro. Like, I know this shit sounds cliche as fuck, right? But the best thing that I ever did during all this time was just keep staying consistent, doing what you're doing and try to make bigger moves. Cause that's all it really is. Like, people think this shit is gonna be like, it's gonna be like one day you wake up and you, boom, you blown up. And it's really not like that. It's just small steps, just like one step ahead of where you was, and you just keep making them small steps, and you just gonna look up one day and look back at where you was and was like, damn, I done fucking made it. You didn't even realize it, because it ain't like it was like no one night that changed your life type shit. It was just like small steps to it. So just like I said, keep doing this shit, man. If it's really what you want to do, invest your bread into it. A lot of niggas don't be wanting to do that. They be wanting to fucking that brother man shit, get shit for the free, all that type of shit. And I figured out early on, I'm giving y'all free game because I had to find this out the hard way. Early on, I learned that that's not what you want to do, because there's a certain energy that comes with that. When you get that brother man, oh, let me get it for the low type shit, people gonna give you that, oh, let me give it for the low type vibe towards you. And they gonna push your shit off, treat your shit not as like it's not important. If you want your shit treated important, get them folks what they want. They want X and Y, whatever they want for it, pay them folks, you know what I'm saying? You gotta pay to play this shit. This is one of them type of games you gotta pay to play. And I'm telling you firsthand, you're gonna have to pay to play. So, first of all, go get you some money.
They call me Bigfoot. All my shoes come in Euro sizes. Hit the bank, I need 2 deposits. All this cash won't fit my pocket.